Hello, once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people, coming to you live from station WEBM. That's wonderful, Eddie Marcus, operating smack down from the top of the sky. I call it the spiritual realm, down to wherever you are. I got a message today about something that's very important, and I want you to pay attention to it as if it's very important. Now, let me tell you why I say it's important. It's important because directly or indirectly, however you see it, it might affect you. You see, here in the state of Minnesota, I'm asking these citizens to make me the next senator from the state of Minnesota. And what I say to you kind of reflects what kind of person I would be once they send me to Washington. Now, what is going on in our country today, we got to stop this. I'm speaking to you as a senator who feels that you need me. And I'm starting off telling you as I go exactly where I am so you will know. Do you want to be there as well? And in fact, are you already there? You know, we should actually thank Donald Trump for coming into office and showing us, the public, how low, just how low white-collar crime is willing to go. Instead of talking punishment, why would we talk punishment? It hasn't worked. It hasn't deterred anything. So we should be talking about changing the system that created, that allowed, and maintains the kind of stuff that's happening in our society that we truly do not like. Listen to me. We do not need Mullen. We the people, we the main street people of the United States of America, we do not need Mullins to tell us what to do with Trump. We don't need the Senate or the House of Representatives telling us what to do with Trump. This man was put before us, he and Ms. Clinton, as representatives for the two basic parties. And really, neither of us had anything to do with the choices that were put before us. And we heard all of the ugly things that you could possibly hear about each of these, and yet we resisted not. And so what we've ended up with is what we have allowed to happen. And many of us have trusted in our representatives that they would take care of the business for which is so importantly yours. But you see, even that has failed. So what I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, is that we don't need any of that. You got Trump pointing fingers at the FBI's, calling them fake when they have testified under oath, under penalty of going to jail, while he, my friends, won't even talk to them about it. And all of the lies and all of the crazy, ignorant, painful things and acts, irregardless of what he feels that he's done that's good, all of this ugly stuff, it goes before the world, and it represents us as a people who have lost our values because he has no values. But I'm not asking you to punish him, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm trying to say to we, the people, we got to get rid of the scoundrel. He came into office bringing all the crooks that he can get, that he needed, the mob, money changers, everything out there that he can get, called them professionals. They were the biggest ones, the ones who had done the worst damage, who had made the most money. That's what they refer success on, who got the money. So that group brought them in there, and here has used us, the American people. And now we're sitting back under an education that Mullen hopefully will straighten this baby out, will save us. God forbid if he doesn't. Or that the Senate will wake up and have some sense. God forbid if they don't. But why do we have to worry about that? We don't have to worry about Mullen. We don't have to worry about the House of Representatives or the Senate. What we need to worry about and deal with is us. Why would we let this joker Is it because he got a plane? Is it because he got a lot of money? Well, I guess. Is it because he curse you out and laugh in your face that you're so afraid? Is it because you know he wants to be a dictator and probably, if given a chance, will kill you? Come on, people. The system, my friends, must be changed. No more talking about punishment. We keep putting people in jail and that act keeps going right on. So what kind of system would we deal with? A system that denies people who will take advantage of others from being able to do so. A system that would allow each and everybody to be thrilled about living in these bodies, in these days, at these times. A system that would allow the people in these bodies to choose the kinds of things that they'd like to engage themselves in while they are in this life, whether we're here in the United States of America or anywhere on the globe. A system, my friends, that would respond in such a way that every need that is required for survival is met and provided for every human being, not just here in America, but everywhere on the face of the globe. A system that allow people to be educated for the fullest extent for whatever they can get, knowing that it's only going to benefit we, the people of the world. Make sure that health care is not denied to anyone, from the womb to the tomb. Let us make sure that that kind of stuff happens. Let us make sure that nobody's ever suffering for anything. And then maybe there won't be any Trumps. Maybe there won't be a need for any of the things that have threatened us, because everybody will be satisfied. But even in that, ladies and gentlemen, if, and I say if, someone stands up in the midst of all of this heavenliness and say that you, some of you are more special than others and you deserve better, that you are smarter, that you're connected to heaven, and tell you anything that would separate the love that you have generated amongst yourselves, that's a virus that must be kicked out. And if you are not strong enough, if you want to give in, don't worry about it. We're going to protect you because we got your back. And that ain't going nowhere. So ladies and gentlemen, as one who wants to be the next senator from the state of Minnesota and in 2020 become the next president of the United States, I'm saying that we the people have seen what Donald Trump is. Now we know that. If we don't want that, then he has to go. We're not even talking about looking at what the law says. We reject that on the fact that we are better than that, and we don't want to be seen across the world as something that's that low. No, my friends. And we recognize that there are people that supports that way of life. They are low too. But we're not pointing a finger at them, trying to put them down, blaming them. They can't help what they are. They were exposed to a different type of society than we were. They were exposed to a different type of lifestyle, different parents, different associations. So this cruel and this low down and fear and dirty-heartedness and what they actually call conservativeness about them even have affected the evangelicals. It's just at the way it is, ladies and gentlemen. It tells us, it speaks in great language that whatever we have tried, whatever we have practiced have failed us. And when you look around and see the damages, you don't have to worry about how to fix this thing. You don't have to worry about how to fix this thing. It's plain as day. Treat people like you want to be treated. Recognize that everything that exists belongs to God. And those things that fall in harmony follows the blueprint of God. And that we as people are like parts of a puzzle. But the puzzle has already been cut out. And what our mission to do is to put it in place again so the whole picture can be there as beautiful as we can see it to be. And only when we can see it to be can we actually place the parts in the position that they need to be in. So what is being required, the message that is given to us, is that we have to change so that the system can change. And by so doing, when we can start seeing things through the eyes of others as well as our own, knowing the common objectives, then the picture becomes clear, even though it seems to be nothing but a ball of confusion. And from that, we, my friends, can liberate the Trumps, the right-wingers, those who hate. And I'm not just talking about Republicans. I'm talking about anybody on the face of the earth, wherever you are. If you feel like this, you got to cleanse yourself of that. I know some people believe that they, by their faith, must kill somebody. Let me tell you one thing, and I'm going to wrap this up. If any of you, I don't care what kind of faith you are, what kind of religion you are, if any of you say that your spiritual powers has instructed you to kill somebody, to kill people, to kill one another, let me tell you what to tell them. You tell them if they want somebody, or if it wants somebody dead, tell them to kill them themselves. And don't put that dirty mark on your hand. If God wants somebody dead, let God kill them. If Allah wants somebody dead, let Allah kill them. Now, Allah says he wants peace on earth. Where's that? You can kill a person, but you can't pursue peace. God, Jesus, says peace on earth. But where's peace? You can kill a person, but you can't stand up for peace. So, that's the past. That's the past. We're not going to dwell on that. This is a brand new day. A brand new day. And for those of you who are still around, it's not that we don't do anything about Trump. When I say we're not counting on Mullen and we're not counting on the Senate, I'm saying that we the people should take at least one day out of every week and shut this nation down until Trump gets out of office. And who should lead these shutdowns? The people who are on that social media, the Jake Tappers, Morning Joe, all of them. They should rotate. One week, a group of them be leading. The next week, another group. And this should take place in every state of the United States of America on the same day. Realize that there are certain parts of the system that you can't shut down. You have to keep it running. But rotate. Once a week. Let Trump know. Let the Congress know. Let the United States Supreme Court know that we the people of the United States of America are not going to move in this direction any further. In fact, we're going to change this thing and polish it up and make sure it doesn't happen again. Because we're not going to put our trust in Congress. We're not going to put our trust in the House of Representatives or the Senate or even the President. And we're not going to put our trust in the United States Supreme Court. We're going to put our trust in ourselves and our willingness and our ability to make sure that whoever represents us will be representing us. Because it will be doing exactly what we want done, and that's peace, prosperity, and happiness in the lives of everybody, not just in the United States of America, but all across the globe. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Now, to me, that's God's spirit. One day I was thinking about how I speak about what I've just spoken to you about. And I started thinking, now how can this translate into real action? I thought about that for a second. I say, back in my mind, I know all these years I've been thinking about this stuff. I got some answers. But they didn't seem to pop up. For some strange reason, I thought about something that I had run across years ago. And it was called the Venus Project. Jacques Fresco, gentlemen, I think I heard somewhere the other day, I think I saw it on the Facebook or something, that he had passed. He had spent his whole life on this thing. And I'm right here thinking that maybe I'm the only one doing this. No. When I ran across Zeitgeist and ran across the Jacques Fresco and started listening to his stories and what he was saying, I'm so glad I hadn't heard of him before. Maybe because the things that he was saying are the same things that I've written about, spoken about, for all of those years before I ever knew him. So we were saying the same thing. But he's much smarter than me, I think, because he wasn't just thinking this stuff. He was so smart, he was doing research and doing architectural stuff, drawing up the plans, how this could work, peace, and it was so fantastic. And so I had my answer right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, the message that I've given you, for those of you who have paid any attention to it, and you have said to yourselves, it can't be done, the joke isn't making any sense, I refer that you go on, I'm not sure about Facebook, but go on YouTube and look for the Venus Project. The Venus Project. And I mean, you'll be on there for a long time once you get hooked, because it's really beautiful. And you will see how to translate everything that I've been telling you into action. Bringing out peace, seeing your dreams fulfilled, no hunger, no sickness that isn't treatable or treated, no any of those ugly things, no lying, no cheating, no stealing. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, no killing, no money, no debt, no taxes, no fees. Now for me, I can't see the lottery. Whoever has won the most money in the lottery, they are the only ones that got that money. And I guarantee you that money can't bring the kind of happiness that I just got through referring that you could have. All you got to do is make the right decision. All you got to do is make the right decision. Now I'm going to leave it there. I didn't plan to talk this long, but it gets so good sharing the good news to you in hopes that one day you'll see it, wake up, and change. But right now I'm talking about getting Trump out of that office. No. I mean, if Trump was, say, a good man, if he represented some nice morals that we weren't ashamed of, that made us feel kind of proud, even though he kind of shasty, whatever the word is, we wouldn't be so bad. But he stands right before the world as a representative of everything against goodness. I mean, he just seems to be pure evil. And we sit there and look at that stuff, watching it every day, as if we are paralyzed, as if we got no power. They have really tricked us and made us think that we are nothing. They got us acting like we are nothing. We are dependent upon somebody else to take care of us. What in the world has happened to you, the spine you men supposed to have? You know this stuff is crazy. But now you got to be on the right side when you start acting up, straighten this thing out. And the way that you be on the right side is make sure that your mission is to bring joy and peace and prosperity to everyone by just exercising your own personal gifts. Not out here trying to get even. Not out here talking about I'm going to get you back. It's our time. Hey, you are nobody. That stuff has got to go. In the meantime, I'm going to call it quits now. Once again, this is Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all you wonderful people in the spirit of the living God, saying bye-bye.